Now, tell us what's in these.
Open the
There we
floodgates.
go. Okay, we got Jackie, Dartmouth, Massachusetts, Woodland Hills.
Dude,
Oh, what's up,
the old
Alex?
stomping grounds, bro.
That's like right next to us, man. Do you remember, Alex, Woodland Hills? There was a FresYes electronics store that was like Alice in Wonderland, and it's no longer
I
there.
used to live right by there.
Yeah, I love that one. I love that one. All right, today we're going to be talking about newsletters and social media. So any questions you have in between, go ahead and ask them. I'm going to pop up what I've got for you. It's just some stats. And we currently have a multitude of newsletters, and I think they span to over 500,000 subscribers altogether. So we know a little bit about newsletters. We have a great open ratio for most of them. And let's see if I can show my screen. I'm going to put up this link for you so you can follow along. This is not my article. It's from Social Media Today. Mark, you're going to jump in here. We're going to do this together. And this is from Social Media Today. Can you see my screen? It says Small Business Guide to Starting a Newsletter.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. So everyone, go through this with me. I want to just show some stats because I get this all the time, Mark. A newsletter? Aren't those things dead? And no, they're not dead. What happened through COVID is that everyone started jumping back into newsletters. Look at the stats on this. Why should I start an email newsletter? 81% of small businesses rely on email as their primary customer acquisition channel. That's an 80% for retention. That's massive.
Mm-hmm.
There are just over 4 billion daily email users. 4 billion, right? If we look at YouTube, I think YouTube had like 1 point, and don't quote me on this, I'm just doing it off memory. I thought it was 1.8 billion. So, and this is expected to climb to just under 4.6 billion 2.5 years from now. For every dollar you spend on email marketing, you can expect an average of $42 in return. That's obviously if you're doing it for marketing. For businesses who are getting newsletters right. So this is important to take a look at because it gives you ideas as to what your newsletter should be. Let me stop sharing really quick. I use Active Campaign for A Brilliant Tribe. If you're on here, you probably saw that. We use also Active Campaign for Lab Code Agents. And we use HubSpot for Success Magazine. And then we use Mailchimp for Tristan and Associates. Tristan and Associates has a free, Mailchimp has a free version. And that's why we stick to it as well as to sending it to people. Mark, anything you want to comment on that?
Yeah, well, first of all, we might jump into it, but like, what is some of the things that you are seeing that work whenever you're doing this in the real estate world? Because I know some people are probably curious about that.
Yeah, there's a good friend of ours. His name is Jason Ferris, and he's got a great real estate newsletter. It's called FresYes, and I'm gonna just divert our attention to his really quick. He might be watching, he might be on, he might see the replay of this. Let me find FresYes. Here's FresYes, obviously out of Fresno, California, right? Fresno, FresYes, get it?
Clever.
Really, really good play on words. I thought it was cute. Let me put this into the chat. And where's the chat? It does it is the chat's broken on my end. So let me dump it there. Now I can share again. There's FresYes. So he has 85,000 people subscribed to this newsletter, right? And you can check it out to go into the newsletter. But this is his blog. Check it out. He's got search properties. He's got the main blog, tacos, burgers, coffee shops, real estate, fun. This is all of what he typically talks about when it comes to his newsletter. And his newsletter doesn't come in and it's like everything all in one place. It's a little by little. So what I would suggest, click on the newsletter one, subscribe to it so you can see what it is and get an idea of what a very successful newsletter looks like, where he gets most of his business from the newsletter. because he does have 85,000 people in it, right? And so people call him up and say, hey, I want my listing at the bottom of where you put that featured listing. Hey, I have a question on this. Hey, I have a question on that. And if you go back to his main site, which is here, this is all the stuff that's included in the newsletter, not all at once, but he talks about breweries, events, parks, people, pets, stores that are local, historic areas. He's got everything here, even people that love tacos and burgers like me in coffee shops. That actually describes me, Mark. Tacos, burgers, coffee shops, real estate. Tristan, done. And add donuts, and then we got a deal.
And pickleball.
And pickleball. And pickleball. All of that. What's up, Taryn? Taryn, this would be perfect for you. Like, think of a newsletter for you. Like, going deep on this. That's really good, Taryn. All right, so now let's dig in to the other portion of this, because it gives you some great ideas. And you know what I just noticed? The FresYes newsletter, he is using Mailchimp. I just looked at the back end. So pretty easy there. He's using Mailchimp. The design's great. Now let me go and continue to dive deeper into the 4 businesses who are getting this newsletter right. And I want you, Mark, to tell me what you think, okay?
Yep.
This one's called Away. It's a New York City-based luggage company. Away is one of the highest funded female-backed startups, and their email newsletters are as stylish as their suitcases. So for those of you looking for a little bit more style, you can tell here at the top, at the very top, Away suggests that you refer a friend right here. It says refer a friend. It's a little blurry, but it says refer a friend, which is a great way to increase the email list. And for those of you looking to increase it, that's a great way. Also, social media, that's how we've grown it. And then giveaways, so people sign up for your newsletter. Next, in the middle, always sleek design draws viewers' eyes to the colors and call to action buttons. So there are 2 main parts to the newsletter besides this design. I'm going to stop sharing really quick. When it comes to a newsletter, the subject line is probably the most important thing that determines whether or not somebody's going to open it. So think of questions that your audiences have that will help them want to open up the email. Because if a subject line isn't there, people just scroll right through it. They're like, oh, same thing. Oh, the latest in interest rates, same thing, right? But if you're telling me about something local that's happening, whether it's a new coffee shop that opened, then I'm probably going to open it, because I go to this coffee shop where I meet Mark sometimes, called Ragamuffin out here. And I mean, that's the shit. We love that place. Well, I love it. I love their avocado
Great
toast.
avocado toast. Oh,
Great avocado toast. Yeah. So if somebody has a great subject line locally to me, right, and says there's a new coffee shop opening or something along those lines, it's local and it's got my attention. Or it could be about the real estate market that's local as well. But subject lines matter a lot. Now, the second part to this, which is why I started with that. Hey, ConvertKit is really good. I'll go into that really quick. Here, you see how people would click on it. They're trying to help you click on it. The second part to it is click-through rate. You have to have great call to actions that people click on it. Like, number 1 is, let me open it. Great, you got me to open it. But if the content sucks or it doesn't flow right, or worst of all, if you've got a whole bunch of stuff that's like, oh, this is way too much, I'm just not going to click on anything, then you lost me. But if it's 1 or 2 to 3 things that I can look at and click on, then it's like, oh, chances are higher. And if you want to get down to what really works, is when you do one simple thing, because you're giving them no options. You are going to either open this or not. So going along the lines of the coffee shop, if it's the newest and latest coffee shop I'm going to announce, there it is, graphic information, and then maybe at the bottom I'll have a listing. But the main thing is this coffee shop, and they're going to click on it, and it's going to lead them to a blog of mine. So like FresYes, he's got a whole bunch of blogs in there. Now, ConvertKit, Helen, is really good, but it lacks the design that a lot of people like to see. So you have 2 trains of thought there. One, you can go with something like Mailchimp that allows you to design beautifully, or you can go with something like ConvertKit, which is a lot more just words, letters. It's not very visual. It's clean though. And the other part to this is Gmail, and in some cases, some other email providers. They love that newsletters are not graphic heavy, and the deliverability goes up because of it. So, Helen, take a look at either ConvertKit, Mailchimp, or ActiveCampaign. We typically recommend Mailchimp because it's free to start up to a certain amount of sends in a month. So that was the reason for that. Now, let's go back to this newsletter. The bottom, and it says, this one says shop blush, shop blue. Very easy, man. That's all I got. The photos are completely user generated, which encourages engagement among subscribers. That's kind of cool. So they're grabbing them from Instagram or from social, and they're putting them there. So pretty nice. That's number one. Very pretty. Number two, function of beauty. So now you see a bigger header here, right? Function of beauty is all about offering customers the chance to customize their beauty products with trillions of unique formulations of hair, skin, body, or care. I think this one kind of matches real estate a little bit, which is like one big heading, and then the other little things that you might want to talk about, right? So clean and uncluttered at the top. Copy is concise, to the point, because nobody's going to read your 2-page book here. Just put a little paragraph to the point. Key points, boom, done. And then easy. Need this now, call to action. It's right there. It's like, take a look at more listings, take a look at the hot listings, check out what's new here, right? That easy. Am I missing any questions, Mark? We're good.
Solid. Okay. Do you think the visual layouts that are very graphic are still getting thrown in spam or promotional email?
From ours, because we have both, we haven't really seen a difference on either one. So, but our list is very curated as well. So I think it really depends on it's really going to depend on your content. That's why for me, we were with ConvertKit for a long time with Lab Code Agents, but we switched out of that one. But look, Tim Ferriss uses ConvertKit, and so does Shane Parrish with another great newsletter. So yeah, it's used by a lot of great people. So great questions. Any other questions?
Yeah, just two quick ones. Samantha wants to know if there's any companies that you'd recommend that writes blogs for the user, like for you.
Writes blogs. I think you're probably, let me stop sharing really quick. KCM, Keeping Current Matters, has blogs that are already written out for you. You just copy paste it, maybe change a few things. They do a great job. They're real estate related, right? And when it comes to outsourcing it, like I'm going to go back to FresYes so you have an example. Oh, because I know Jason does this. Where is it? Where, for example, when I go to Jason's and I go to where's the best foe? Let's just go to that. He has writers for this. He outsourced writers to work on this, which he pays. Yeah. And so he found those on just online. So you can go online and find them. Upwork has writers. I'm sure you just type in hiring writers for blogs. You can find some that are great. But he's gotten to the point that this has become the biggest arm of his prospecting business. And if you're thinking about how do I shift into a market right now that's more of a attraction based, which is what we all want to do, right? This is why we're talking about newsletters and social. This is a big, big thing. So I don't see why. Think about how many blogs you can write. Mark, this is for you. Yep. So if you were going to write, let's say it's you, and you're like, I'm going to write one blog a week. What would you write about?
Definitely the updates in the market, especially right now with everything changing. That's one thing that I would write about. It's one of the biggest questions I get. So how's the market, Mark? How's the market? Yeah. What's going on in the market?
So once a week, you could start that out. And look, the question will eventually change to people not being as interested whenever that happens. But we've seen this cycle before where everyone's really interested in real estate even more. Now, as it shifts out, and Mark has done this routinely, he can then add a second one and then add maybe what's happening locally. as well. And if he doesn't have time and he's doing well, he can outsource, like Alex says, he can look at Fiverr. Fiverr definitely has writers. You can just type in blog writers, food blog writers, local food blog writers, right? Or things that people love to do out here or in your area. Or I know some of you are in locations that have wineries or beaches or specific things to your area. There's a lot of opportunity here. This is why I love FresYes, because I was thinking like Fresno, that's in the freaking middle of nowhere in California, right? But yet he has 85,000 people in the newsletter and he does extremely well. So let's go back to, oh wait, we got a question here.
Sarah's question looks really good.
What's up, Sarah? Where are good places to get stats about the market? We use Altos Research. Let me see if I can put up a link there to Altos. We love Altos Research, and we follow, I'm trying to remember his name, Mike Simonson. We follow Mike on Twitter. He gives a national update every week. So let me get the real estate one on this end. I think it's this one. Market reports. Here it is. And I'll show you how that looks really quick so you can put it on everywhere. There's a link to Altos, and I'll show you what it looks like. Mike, he sent me the latest one. National. Okay. Let me show you. Pick a city. Anybody? Give me a zip code.
91362.
91362. Good. All right. 91362. Boom. Which one should we go with?
Westlake Village.
All right, let's go to Westlake. All right, here are the stats, right? We got these stats that we can use, saying, hey, it looks like it's kind of an even market from the stats that we have. And then here's a little breakdown. What we typically do here, you can crop this as a picture and put that into any newsletter or even text it to people. But it gives you the median list price, the median new listing price, and all the great stuff. And then it segments the markets down below. So if I click on that, I can see the markets segmented in different price points. Obviously, this is a higher price point area, Westlake Village, but this is really easy, great information, and it has it for condos as well. So there, we sidetracked a little bit there for you. So, and KCM, Keeping Current Matters, also has it as well. What do you think are headlines? What do you think or headlines and then links to local articles? Yeah, Trish, anytime we have a lack of information, what we do is type in housing news and then type our city or even our state. Housing news, go to Google, type in housing news and then put your state, and then everything populates. And I try to get one within the last few days if there isn't anything new. But right now, there's something new almost daily with the housing market. And I try to stay as local as possible. Holly, I have a current Facebook page that gets a lot of local news and events, but it seems tough to move it to a newsletter because of social media. Holly, great question. We had my friend Blair Ballin. He might be in here looking, I don't know. But if he is, he has an amazing Facebook group called Living North Phoenix. And he has 16,000 people in the group. He gets business from it. And when he hired us to coach him, one of the first things we told him to do, because the group was much smaller then, is to run some competitions to grow that newsletter within the Facebook group. So he would put in like, hey, who wants to win a gift certificate to this place or to this place? Or he also created swag. We had him create swag. So he's got a logo for Living North Phoenix. And then the other thing that we asked him to do is when people join the group, one of the questions is, please leave your email address so that we can send you a newsletter. I promise we won't spam you. It's not a question, it's a request. But there you go. Holly, yeah, got you. Should we drive everything back to the blog? Look, Holly, at the end of the day, everything needs to be driven back to things you own, because tomorrow Facebook can shut down, or Facebook can decide that they're going to block your account, or Instagram, or TikTok, or YouTube. The only thing we actually somewhat own is our newsletter. And our newsletter, we've been able to grow social media accounts. We've been able to sell coaching. We've been able to grow groups. We've been able to do everything through our newsletters. And when I realized the power of newsletters, we started growing those even more. So anytime we're lacking business, we created a newsletter process to start marketing certain things. And then all of a sudden it comes around. We start getting more business. So newsletter, I drive everything to the newsletter. Just make sure that the content is always valuable. Valuable content creates a user that's going to keep on coming back to you. So newsletters are extremely important. And then, Holly, then you can drive them to whatever you want, whether it's a blog, your website, anything else like that. Great question. Trish has a question. Rita, where are you putting your newsletter for people to sign up? Are you using landing pages? Right now, I'm using, actually, it's super simple. It's just like, let me go back to FresYes, because I'll show you what he does, if I can find it. And he has it on his website, but what we typically do is we put it out on our home search page. We put it anytime we meet anybody. We put it in as everything leads to our newsletter. Remember that. And if you go here, where I clicked in to sign up for his website, we actually ask for more information. We don't just leave it like that. But this is a landing page for Mailchimp. And let me see if I can show you our landing page really quickly from Active Campaign so you can see the difference. Here, I have it right here. I'm just going to open it up. Perfect. I asked for a little bit more info. Here's mine. And here it is. So this is for a Brilliant Tribe. You can see here, I've got full name, phone number, email, city, state, and anything else you want to tell me. And sometimes people tell me some funny things. I don't think anybody's been rude to me yet, but I'm going to dump that in there. And if you're not part of the newsletter, sign up. And if you need coaching, we're doing this for coaching, so you can sign up for coaching. We didn't wait until the last minute. We've got 6 minutes left, and we didn't wait till the last minute, Mark.
I honestly, I would have forgotten this time.
I did until I saw Brilliant Tribe, the link. Rita, we put it everywhere. Everyone needs to sign up for your newsletter because it's your database, right? That's why. Good. I guess I'm saying, what do you think of a newsletter where you only put headlines and then a link below to articles? Do that, Trish. If they're great articles, do it. Apple does the same thing. Apple finds the biggest headlines and creates news out of it. And people just scroll them, and they're all from all over the place. The New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, Fox, and it kind of curates them. So you could do the exact same thing. Taryn, what's up, Taryn? There's a really attractive newsletter software that was recently come up. Flowdesk. Flowdesk is great. You can try them as well. I would use it if I knew that they get good open rates. Is there somewhere to find out the data like this? See if a newsletter style gets better delivery. Taryn, I think for your area, I'd say Flowdesk works really well. I think if you have a database that you think would love to see the visuals that you have, because you have a great Instagram, and I think it would just flow into something like Flowdesk. So definitely do that. James, what's up, James? What's your process for being sure to always provide solid value? For example, an outsourced article on best faux restaurants. How do we make that valuable in the email? It's all in the presentation, James. And I think the more you have your audience, the more you connect with your audience and understand what it is they want, the better it's going to be. And it really comes with a little bit of time. I think I'll give you an example. In 2019, when I created a Brilliant Tribe, I thought, well, what do people need? People, I guess, need leadership. That's why I built a Brilliant Tribe. And I thought, I don't know anything else but what I'm doing. So why don't I kind of showcase what I'm doing, what I'm reading, what I'm thinking, what I just bought, things I'm working on. And then it started growing from there. So, James, the answer is you're just going to have to throw shit out there and see what sticks. And as people start engaging more with you, they will let you know. Trust me. If you don't send out the email, they'll be like, where's the email? And they will definitely tell you. Thanks, Denise. I appreciate it. Isabel, I see you are recording this. I had my timer. Oh, we have these recorded, Mark.
Yes, we do.
Forgot about that.
On the Brilliant Tribe website, I believe.
Yeah, brillianttribe.com.
Isn't it under a brilliant talks or something? One of the.
We're terrible at this, dude. I think I'm gonna fire
Show up.
me.
Just show up.
I'm firing me, and then you take over. Here we go. There it is. I don't know who asked for it. Isabel. It's recorded, and there's the link specifically to these 30-minute free coaching calls. So we also offer group coaching, social media coaching, one-on-one real estate coaching, and leadership coaching, and teams and brokerages. Anybody that's interested, we also do that separately. Rita, post a link for your newsletter.
On that, I was going to say, yes, do that. Also, put it in your bio on your social media. So like connect here, or new information here, or blah, blah, blah here, whatever your audience is here.
So true. I'm going to give you an example. That's really good, Mark. I like that. Mark, is it okay if I showcase your Instagram? I want to see what you've got up there. Do you have one link or anything that people? No, you don't. Your ass needs to change that right now. I'm going to show you mine. I won't show yours then. I'll show you what.
Which Instagram?
I'll show you what I mean on Instagram. Let me go to my Instagram really quick. By the way, if you're not following me, go ahead and follow me. And then Mark, put up your handle right there. I'm going to show you something. This is mine. I've got one link, and I use beacons. I think I brought this up in like 3 calls ago. But if I click on here, and the beacons is free. All right. Look what it says. It says join newsletter. And it even bounces up and down. I don't pay for beacons. This is the free version of beacons. If I click on that, it takes you to the exact same landing page I had before. Remember, everything leads to here. You want to grow your business with people that actually want to hear from you? They'll subscribe to your newsletter and they'll wait to get value from you. The moment you stop providing value is the moment people stop and they're like, hey, was this even worth it? Should I continue to follow this person? So follow Mark on It's Marcus. And then there's mine on Instagram. Jackie, it's beacons.io, I believe. Let me check. Beacons.io. And I'm pretty sure it's free. But don't quote me on the IO part until I get this open, okay? Beacons.ai. Got it. There it is. See? .ai. I'm going to copy that and put it on. There it is. Okay. Putting beacons on there for you. We didn't even get to social media.
Dude.
So I think next week, where do you want to start? Everyone, where do you want to start? Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Where do you want to start? Which one of those? Let's see what we got. IG, mostly IG so far, with YouTube second. We need more. Our survey is really slow here. Come on, everybody. And YouTube, IG, so far IG and then YouTube. IG and YouTube. Taryn, TikTok scares me. That's okay. It scares Mark too. I'm joking. I just wanted to make Mark laugh. Todd says TikTok. Twitter. Todd. Elon world. All right. So it looks like IG and then YouTube. So we'll go into Reels and then Shorts. I like it. All right. So look, there's a lot in this one. So I want you to unpack it, probably rewatch it, take some notes. Any questions you have. We've been running newsletters for years and we dive deep into them. So we can definitely answer any of those questions for you. YouTube, IG, Facebook. Wait, what's FC? FC. It must be Facebook, FB. Any questions, comments, concerns? Mark, anything I missed?
Dude, we were solid. I'm looking forward to next week's too.
Me too, man. Me too. By then, you can add beacons to your profile.
I have one that I'm going to add.
Okay. Actually. All right. Good.
I'm debating on which one.
Like a link?
Yeah, I want to add my Chimes CRM website, so that way people who are looking at homes, they DM me, say, "Hey, click my link," or like say, "Want to see homes?"
I like that. Rita, is your landing page for the newsletter on Mailchimp? Yeah. So I'll show you. FresYes. Remember that FresYes one? His is on Mailchimp. So this is what it looks like. It's really simple. You can add whatever you want to it. That's FresYes. And if you look at the top, you can't see it. I can't zoom in. But top right, it's a little orange monkey. right there. That's Mailchimp. So hopefully that answered that. And that's free. I try to give you as much free as possible. I don't want you to spend any more money if you don't need to. What do we got? Got that. I hear it's good to do a weekly email. Yeah, we do weekly. Lab Code Agents does daily, and A Brilliant Tribe does almost daily. On Success Magazine, we send out almost daily as well. And Tristan and Associates weekly. We send it out every Friday, I think. I think it's every Friday. So yeah, start with weekly. And if it's too much, do monthly. I have a couple of friends that just send out once a month. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger has one of the best newsletters. It's once a month, and it's really personal. Like, he goes back and he reminisces as to what he was doing, what he's thinking about, and it's really good. It's almost like a long article. It's really good. You should check it out, Mark. I'll send it over.
I like kind of like a story too.
Yeah, it's really good. I like his a lot. Yeah, Beacons is free. So much info, have to rewatch. Good, Helen. That's what we want. We want to just overwhelm you with great value, because I hate people that tell me shit like, you got to double it, you got to triple it. Doesn't fucking
5x, 10x,
5x it, and I get nothing out of that. Trish, first Tuesday webinar, can't wait. Yes, Trish, got you. Azucena, yeah, don't forget to check out ourbrillianttribe.com if you have any questions. Beacons is free. Newsletter fill in. Yes, fill it in. Are you sending mass mailing through Follow Up Boss? Look, you can use Follow Up Boss. It connects to SendGrid and it connects to Mailchimp. Both of those are email providers for newsletters. Or if you already have Follow Up Boss, you could just use Follow Up Boss. You don't need anything else. So it's already built in. That's good. Trish, when do you sleep? Mark sleeps for me. He does a great job of it.
Dude, I just added my link. Then I took that. It took no time.
Wait. Let me go look you up. Instagram. And I'm going to share that screen with people. Mark. It's Marcus. How long did it take you? Like, that was a 2-minute thing. Oh, there you are. Hold on. Now I have to showcase you. Mark. All right, there's Mark. Oh, can you do me a favor, Mark? Put your domain name. You've got 999 followers. We need Mark to hit 1,000 right now, please. Just do me a favor. Follow him right now. Mark. Let me put this right here. I'm going to refresh, but first I'm going to stop. For those of you that are still here.
Oh, look at that. We're done. We hit it. We hit it. I got to follow some of you guys back right here. Boom, 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 boom.
Right, what do you got? Do you make it?
So it says
you're at 1,000. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Look at that. Woo!
Oh, momentous occasion. Mark, look what he did. He put up. Did you just put up a link to your Chime account?
Yep.
All right, let me see what happens if I click on that.
I want to see properties, and then it goes here, and then
look at that.
So I changed the bio for the tag, right? Want to see properties. And then the service, right? And then below is the landing page to our I think it's a clean website personally, but
I think it's really easy. But it loads fast also, so that's important. I like that, man. Okay, let's see here. Helen, Altos is great. I get weekly Altos. Yes, Altos is great. Keeping current matters is great. Jackie, thanks for everything. Thanks for being here. Denise, thanks for being here. Do you think printed emails to
Todd, 1,007 and counting.
Oh, look at that. You got plus some, dude. You got plus some. Denise, thanks for being on. Do you think printed emails to our database is old school? No, I think those are great. I have people that send out newsletters locally. You just have to, Kathy, you have to know your audience. You have to know who you're mailing out to. And print is not out. Print at one point was really low, but it came back. And it came back super strong. So print is back. Aurora, I have trouble trying to figure out what people want to hear. Just Aurora, instead, think of what you're great at. What's your specialty at? Or what do you love to talk about when it comes to your community? Like if it's me, it's going to be coffee and pickleball, right? Locally.
At the same time.
That's all at the same time. Coffee, pickleball. So, Trent. Oh, what's up, Trenton? Oh, there's Trenton, Mark. So Trenton's on here. He's our director of technology. He'll be
I just
joining.
texted him and you in a group text.
Oh, dude, there you go. We use Chime. Good. 1007. Got that. Tristan, off topic. I appreciate the post about being kind to those who struggle. Hell yes, Elizabeth. None of us know what other people are going through. So approach every conversation with as much kindness and not judgment as possible.
Real quick, Jackie. Oh no, not Jackie. Trish. What do you think of realestatestatistics.com? Love it. What about I might be taking real estate stats. STATS. Real estate stats.
Yes. I like
Something
that.
about the multiple S's, the C, and then the .com. It can maybe get like lost in like the sauce there. Maybe real estate stats or RE stats or RE statistics.
RE stats sounds good.
Restats.
Or rest stats. Right. Yeah, that still sounds good.
Capital R,
Restats.
capital E, and then lowercase stats.
Yeah. Jackie says she loves pickleball. Jackie says she wants to pickleball with us, Mark.
Hey, let's do it. I'm down.
All right, Jackie. When you fly down to SoCal, hit us up. All right. Thanks, everybody. That's a wrap. We went 8 minutes over.
Pickleball equals
you don't
lazy
mind.
tennis. Oh, I love the hot
Oh,
takes.
Todd, when you coming down? Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks, Mark.
Later.